Eden. I'm studying at Macquarie University. I do a double degree, Bachelor of Commerce majoring in marketing and a Bachelor of Arts majoring in media culture and communications, and also majoring in public relations and social media. I also work for Qantas, more specifically Qantas Link. I've been a flight attendant there for around 4 years now. Even though I don't work for Qantas in the marketing department, I still think ethics plays a big role in what I do, and it can play a big role in any workplace. And I found that a lot of what I've learnt in the past few years studying at Macquarie has been easily applied and recognised in my current role. When it comes to ethical theories, I would definitely have to say I don't solely identify with just one ethical theory in regard to deontology, consequentialism, and virtue ethics. I think there are aspects from all three of those which I agree with, but there are also limitations each one has that I can also recognise.
Deontology is duty-based, and I like that it focuses on rights, motives, and the actions themselves. On the other hand, consequentialism judges the moral worth of the results of the action, but I recognise that sometimes it is too focused on the ends instead of the means. Finally, I see virtue ethics as a really important theory, with its main focus being the development of oneself as a virtuous character. I do know that there are limits though, like working out what the virtues actually are, as different people and societies have different ideas on what constitutes a virtue.
When it comes to ethical theories, especially in the corporate sector, I feel like no marketing issue is the same, and they can be complex, they're not so straightforward. So having one ethical theory to go by, I think could be quite limiting. In regard to corporate social responsibility, I define that as the need for a business to be a good corporate citizen. I think the goals of a business should go way beyond just maximising profits.
An example of this at Qantas was the Bushfire Relief Initiative. From the start of the bushfire season, we carried thousands of firefighters and tons of equipment around the country. Qantas also donated $1 million cash to the Red Cross Disaster Relief and Recovery Fund.
And when it comes to sustainability, I think I would define that as the approach a business takes to create long-lasting values which take into consideration the impact that the entity and the organisation has on the ecological environment.
An example of this at Qantas would be their offset initiative. Their offset program, Fly Carbon Neutral, is the largest in the world, and the offsets they source mitigate climate change, protect wildlife, and nourish communities.
I am aware that ethics, corporate social responsibility, and sustainability do overlap, and I know that it'll affect my decision when it comes to choosing where to work in the future for my future career. I know that one day I'm going to want to work for a company who's got policies and procedures in place which enhance their corporate social responsibility, their ethics, and their sustainability actions. I think that I've got strong moral codes regarding those things, and if I'm working for a company that is also passionate about those things, it's going to be a good match, and I'll be able to work to the greatest of my ability.